participating, and so we'll probably have more folks trickle in. But for those that don't know, we're at the Utah Motor Sports Campus out here in Tooele. It's been probably 10 years since SWAVO has come to Tooele, so we're really excited to come back and see other parts of the state. It's always really good to see where our advocates work and kind of the different regions. I think it's nice and eye-opening for us. So good for that. All SWAVOs are recorded now. So if you have to step away and you miss a part, usually within the following week, it is uploaded onto our UOBC YouTube channel. So you're welcome to watch it there. You're welcome to reference back anytime. If you're like, oh, I heard about this in the training, I'd like to go see. It's always there. Maddie's super good about making sure they're kind of time stamped, so you don't have to go through the whole thing and just look for the sections you need. We also had about 150 folks registered for this SWAVO. And out of those, I was surprised how many new attendees we have. Our registration is kind of growing. The word is getting out that our training is great and informative. And so welcome to all the new attendees if this is your first SWAVO. Just for a quick introduction to it, SWAVO is an acronym that predates myself, but it stands for Statewide Advocates Victim Organizations. So it's kind of an interesting acronym, but we like it. SWAVO is really just the training component. So we have a steering committee, and our steering committee is made up of community-based advocates and system-based advocates, some state reps from all over the state. We're always open to new members. So if you feel like you like organizing training and planning training and you have some good ideas and want to participate, please feel free to send me an email. I would love to have you join our committee. We meet virtually quarterly. For about an hour and a half. So it's not even a huge time commitment. We just really like the perspectives of a lot of different advocates, so we kind of get a feel for what's needed around the state. Quickly, we will stick to our agenda pretty closely. I apologize for starting a little bit late. But for the most part, we should be close, other than perhaps get out a little early, which nobody hates. You'll see in person on the tables, there's a couple QR codes. Those will lead you to all of the handouts for the day. All of our presenters have provided their PowerPoint presentation, as well as some additional resources. You can find those within that Google Drive, and they will stay in that Google Drive for an awful long time. So you'll always have access to them. We also really hope that at some point in time today, you'll take time to fill out our survey. That kind of helps us gauge on how things are going, what we can do better, ways to improve. So we'll go with that. And then before I introduce our next presenters, it wasn't until this morning that I was looking over the agenda that I realized like we've got a lot of collaboration going on. And that's really exciting to me because I think that advocacy is done best when we collaborate with others and we have those different perspectives. And so as I look over, I was just really excited to see all the different agencies that work together to provide this. So I'm going to turn the time over to Beatrice from the Utah Crime Victims Legal Clinic and Tatiana from Timpanogos Legal to walk us through the newest resource that we have in Utah. Here's a clicker, whoever's going that way.
Okay. Apology. Did I get this right? Okay, so as Michelle said, I'm Tatiana. I'm one of the attorneys with Timpanogos Legal Center. And this was not my brainchild, but Michelle asked if we would present it today. And so I don't want to take credit for it, but we've had the idea, by we, I mean many people. I'm not sure who the original idea came from, but we've had the idea that since there's so much turnover among advocates and there's a lot of different groups and organizations that can share a collective experience among advocates, we want to have a forum about once a month that is online so that anyone in the state can join who's a paid advocate. And we're calling it Advocate Connect. And it is with these organizations hosted by the Federal Legal Center, the Utah Crime Victims Legal Clinic, and staffed by the Utah Office for Victims of Crime. If I can get the clicker to work, we can go to the next slide. It's beyond my pay grade. Sorry. There we go. Thanks. Okay, so here's the purpose. I'll hand it over to Beatrice.
Like I was saying, this was something that we wanted to create for all advocates in our Allen community, serving our community. So it's going to be community-based advocates and also our system-based advocates. This is so that we can come together and continue to serve that community and have that, hopefully bridging those gaps together. And it's a safe place so that way we can all come together, have this roundtable. And the purpose of it is so that we can ask those questions. And hopefully between Timpadogos Legal Clinic, Utah Crime Victims Legal Clinic, and UOBC will all be working together to answer any questions that might come up. But also having that peer-to-peer, being able to meet each one of you in this virtual forum and having a place to connect where at least once a month we can say, hey, there's my West Jordan friends over here. How's it going over at West Jordan? Or how's my Tooele friends going over here? And maybe have problem solving through some things that might be coming up, maybe unique to your area. So we might find out that it's not as unique to your area. It might be something that we all might be needing help with. So the goal is that we're able to connect and share together. And it's also optional. So this will be something that you get to register for. And we'll have a questionnaire where you're able to submit any questions that you are wanting us to review as well. And we'll be kind of just checking in monthly. I think the next slide will have the things that we'll be starting out.
Okay, so this is for can we open hearing okay? Okay, no, not hearing okay over there. Closer to the, okay. Hold the mic closer, okay. So advocates who have questions and for advocates who have answers. So we would love for everybody of all different experience levels to join so that we have a robust discussion with a lot of experience. And any questions are welcome, case staffing, that kind of thing, pooling resources, brainstorming. These are all words that we should associate with this. That's kind of the idea, is to get together and share our brain trust.
And to be able to do that, we're hoping to do that the second Monday of every month from 2 o'clock from 3:30 in the afternoon. And it will be held via Zoom, so you'll be able to register for that Zoom link. Once that you register for that Zoom link, you'll be able to receive those notifications for our forum monthly. So that way, if there's any questions or concerns, you're always able to kind of have that. I'm hopefully on just your Google Calendar, but please reach out to us as well. We're available if anyone has any questions or would want to reach out to us to either know about the registration or what to look forward to that. But we really hope to be able to meet as many as we can those second Mondays of every month.
Okay, you should just have to register once. And it's through a Google form that you do the registration. We are holding it open to people who are in paid positions as victim advocates with an organization that has primarily service for crime victims, for providing direct services to them. So if by any chance you try to register and for some reason you don't fit into this category, the reason we're limiting it to this is so that it will be relevant, but also safe and a space where people can feel safe to staff cases anonymously and discuss things with other advocates who are in similar positions. If you don't fit into that category to register for Advocate Connect, you can still come to SWAVO and still staff cases with people directly, like in Timpadogos. We still want to offer advocate support if you don't fit into this narrower description. But this is what the Advocate Connect is for, and you should just have to register once. through that Zoom link, and then you'll have access to each Advocate Connect each month.
And we'll have a Google form, so when you register, you'll also be able to access this. We have a flyer as well with those QR codes and links that we'll be providing. It's also in the QR code handouts that are out here. Questions to be submitted, and those questions, we want you to know that we're not going to be recording this. Again, this is just so that we can foster that safe environment so that everyone can feel comfortable, kind of either stopping those cases, or having those questions that might feel a little bit more vulnerable. And then we as staff, staffing this meeting, we'll be trying to find the answers beforehand. So we'll be trying to look up as much information as we can, but then we'll also be holding this forum so that we can all host that discussion as well. If anyone else has some answers to provide us. And again, the registration will be just once a year. So once you're registered, we'll just have those open doors for you. And then if you're wanting to submit multiple questions, you're also able to do that form.
Thank you. So we're gonna have representatives from all of these sponsoring agencies there at every meeting. And I think we've already talked about this a little bit, but we're trying to make the meetings accessible. So if you have any special needs to make the meeting accessible, please let one of us know. And we'll be staffing cases anonymously, and we value any suggestions or feedback that you have. We're just gonna kind of try this out for a few months and see how it works in terms of the length and the purpose of it and everything. And we will be open to changing it to meet the needs of the advocates. If we need to. Is that correct? That's the last one. So we're not clicking through anything else, but that's it. Any questions about that now? First meeting is July 10th, 2 p.m. So register before that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, we are gonna